Hey, you guys, I'll be there in 1 second. I just want to share this on my timeline, so I'm trying to find my video. So if you didn't share this on your timeline yet, or you haven't even thought of that, please share on your timeline. Help us reach those that you know that we don't. All right, I got it. Okay, cool. All right, let me make sure my phone is down. Hey, everybody. So if we haven't met, I'm Donna Nelson, founder of the Adopt a Single Mom Project and Adopt a Single Mom for Christmas. This is our fourth annual Adopt a Single Mom for Christmas gift drive, where we gift working single moms who live in northeastern Pennsylvania, so that we can honor her and support and encourage her during Christmas, when very often working single moms do not have gifts for herself under a tree. Too often she doesn't even have a big support system to even be around her during the holidays. So from my own lived experience, I started this initiative in 2017, knowing that there were more single moms who, like me, were doing it alone and not having a meaningful support system, and not really having someone to support them through the holidays, like taking their kids shopping and having gifts under the tree, and those kinds of things that are typical to most families. So in the last 3+ years, we have grown into a year-round organization, a membership organization for single moms who work. And throughout the year, we do a variety of events to support single moms in the ways that there are gaps that are typical to the working single mom. So we provide both virtual and in-person events, and supporting both emotional, social support, providing resources, both in the local community and beyond, peer mentoring, personal development, lots of awesome stuff that we moms need. So to be better women, to be better workers, to be better moms, and to feel most importantly, better about ourselves. So every night, this is our 14th day of doing live streams, sharing stories with you of single moms who have been nominated to receive gifts this year. And I realized, side note, last night I forgot, in all of the excitement of our fundraising and our 12K to 12 days, I forgot to share mom stories last night. So tonight I am not going to forget. I printed them out so that I have them in front of my face so I don't forget. So, and they're two really amazing moms and two really important stories, very different, that I think it's super important that you know about. The single mom community in general has, there's stigma that is associated with that. We have these preconceived ideas of who is a single mom, what her life is like, how her kids are, and what her struggles are. And so we would like to debunk some of those myths, and one of the ways that we can do that is by sharing their stories that they've given us permission to share during our Christmas gift drive. And it's so revealing. It really just draws in so much compassion and support from the community, from hearing these stories, because some of them you couldn't even write a good novel over, because there are just so many pieces and so much drama and so much trauma, and so many complexities in the life of some single moms. So it's more than just going to work, clothing and sheltering and feeding your kids, and doing that for 18 years. It's so much more. So what else do I want to tell you? So the reason, besides the fact that this was my lived experience, and I wanted to do something nice to give back to the community, and was looking for a way, something that felt really true and authentic to me. And my friend Leanne in upstate New York was doing an Adopt a Mom program, and I stole her idea, but kind of made it my own in the sense that I wanted to support the working single mom, of which there are no programs like the Adopt a Single Mom project that is run by single moms who work and provides the type of support that we do. And that is part of our vision. Hey, Laura! Speaking of amazing women. So our vision is to provide higher touch support and broader support over time. So we're working on that. And one of the ways that we're able to do that, and we'll be able to do that, is through the support that we get throughout the year, but especially during our Christmas gift drive. It is our opportunity, I feel like, to showcase what we do here at the Adopt a Single Mom Project, because people learn about us during the Christmas gift drive that don't hear about us all year. And the way they hear about us is through word of mouth and through you sharing this on your social media platforms. So whether it's your IG or your Facebook, which are the two platforms primarily that we're on, where people are finding us, it's because you're sharing it on your timeline, and people are learning about us that way. So, so if you haven't shared this on your timeline, please do that. You're helping others. You're helping other single moms find us. You're helping others know about us so they can refer single moms to us. So we can support them throughout the year. And you're also introducing us to new donors so that we can support these single moms, especially right now during our Christmas drive. There's over 15,000 working single moms just between the two primary counties that our members and our moms who are nominated come from, and that's Luzerne and Lackawanna counties. Over 8,000 of them are working single moms, the moms that are above the federal poverty level, that get little to no subsidized resources to help bridge the gaps, like in times of a fucking pandemic. So when, there's been some special programs that have been a tremendous help, that's absolutely a fact. But as soon as those programs are done, like most of them the end of the year, then these moms are going to be struggling again. Many are living on a fraction of their income because their second jobs have been cut, or they've had to cut back to part-time, or they're on unemployment and maybe child support. So it's been a real struggle as a result of the pandemic for the working single mom community because of all the extra demands that are extraordinary, like lack of child care and having to school their children, and losses of income, along with a whole other number of dynamics, which you'll hear from some of these mom stories that I'm going to share with you tonight. Things that are out of the ordinary of our lives that just like shit happens. And then when you're alone as a single mom, it's up to you to figure it out and pull through and suck it up and all of that. Why? Because we don't have a support system for working single moms in our community. We don't have a place for them to turn to get the actual support that they need, not just emotional and social and mental support or spiritual support. I mean, like, hey, I have this big problem, and the way we solve it is with a financial contribution. And there are no safety net programs in our community for working single moms. For full-time, I guess I really should qualify that, over a certain income level. There's a few, but for the most part, these are the moms who do it all alone. And only 1/3 of single moms receive child support. So I know that's a fallacy or a myth maybe, that people think that, well, where's the father? If there's a father, they must receive child support. Well, not every single mother has a father to her child. Some are incarcerated. They're not paying child support. Some have died. The moms are widows. They're not receiving child support. So, and others are just fathers of children who don't work, so they don't have to pay child support, or because they have mental health issues or a whole slew of other physical issues. There's addictions. Pick one. There's many reasons. So as a result of that, single moms and her children end up in lack and struggling. And so if nothing else, we can support them in bigger ways. I'm reading your comment, Laura. Yeah, so many, and I know you see it in your work every day too. So many variables. Absolutely true. So that and so many more reasons are why the Adopt a Single Mom Project exists, and why it's so important for us as a community, as a collective, to support these moms who are the contributors of our community. They are showing up to your jobs every day to keep your business flowing, to keep serving the community. Most single moms in our community are the helpers. They're the ones working in healthcare. They're the ones working in mental health. They're the ones working doing home health. They're the ones who are teachers and the para support professionals. They're the helpers. These moms are the helpers, the helpers and the caregivers. And that's their whole life, doing it in their profession and then going home and still being the caregiver. And guess what? It's freaking exhausting. Always being the caregiver and never the cared for. All right, so why are we here? Okay, yeah, that's right. We're doing a fundraiser. So this year for our Christmas drive, we committed to gifting 200 single moms that live here in northeastern Pennsylvania. So far, yesterday, we broke through our halfway mark at $10,000. So our goal is $20,000 because we raise $100 for each mom, and then we shop locally for her, and then volunteers shop, and then volunteers do hand deliver the gifts for her. So this is a big reach for us this year, but it feels super aligned. So I'm confident that we'll get there. But we have 9 more days. I forget what day it is. We've been doing this 12K in 12 days. This is the 3rd day. So we have 9 more days of fundraising and 9 more days that you can nominate a mom. Please nominate a mom. Tag, if you know a single mom who works, or maybe is just out of work right now due to COVID and all the shit going on, just tag her. We want her to be nominated. We especially want to support her. So, so tag a mom, tag somebody you know who knows a single mom. And again, you sharing this on your timeline is going to help us connect with them. So we want to meet these moms in our community and those who know them. So, so we committed to 200 single moms. Yesterday we broke through our $10,000 goal. 3 days ago, we had we were $12,333 away from our $20,000 goal, which will get us the money that we need to fund 200 gifts for 200 moms. So every day our goal is to, of course, at least hit at least $1,000 a day, so that by the end of the 12 days we have hit the 20,000. I'm so excited. I don't even know how to, like, my emotions are so mixed over this. I don't even know how to, like, express how excited I am and how touched I am of the donations that are coming in every day and the people that are donating, and how much they're donating to help us do this every day. Okay, so that was 3 days ago. So yesterday where's my nose? So yesterday we raised $1,205. So we blew through our $1,000 goal yesterday. Oh no, that's today. That's not true. Okay, hold on a second. Yesterday, we had a shortfall of $182. So we almost got there, but almost $200 short. Today, we have, so today we started with a shortfall of $97.15, and these are in the green are all the donations that came in today that I'm just subtracting as we go, and I don't expect you to be able to figure out what the hell I have going on here. But from the last donation that came in at a few minutes before 8 o'clock was a $100 donation. So now we are at $85.10. So today we've had $1,205 come in today, which actually made up for yesterday's shortfall. So we're totally on track. Hey, Shar. And so in the last 3 days, we have gotten donations in the amount of $3,470. So that's pretty bomb as far as I'm concerned. So, but we have 9 days to go. So we're on track. Everything, the momentum is moving in the right direction, but we're not there yet. So that's why it's so important to share this on your timeline, because every day I can see, I literally can track where every donation comes in from. So we have our teams, we have 6 teams, and we have a different link that they donate to, so we can see which team got the donation, and then we can see what the total is for the teams for the day versus what comes in off our Christmas gift page. When you tag someone or you share this and then someone comments on your timeline, and then they make a donation, I can track it that way. I feel like Facebook stalker. So, but that's important for us to know, because it's why I stress the relevance of sharing this on your timeline, because that's how people learn about us, and I can see it with the nominations of the moms as well. So it's a big deal. So thank you for all of you who do that every time you see this live. Even if you're seeing it on the replay, do that because it helps. Okay, so that's where we are today. We'll start tomorrow. Well, we still have, 3 hours or so today. So I'll finish totaling it out until midnight, and then we'll start tomorrow with a new total. So, but right now we're at 8,500. Is that cool or what? Can we get a high five? Somebody give me an emoji in the comments. I know you're here. Let me just scroll down and see if there's comments. Thanks, Laura. Okay, it is freaking awesome. All right, so I wanted to share, I promised that I would share some mom stories with you, and these are really important, again, because I want you to hear the complexities of the single mom life. And it's not just mom getting up every day and dropping her kid at daycare or school and going off to work and picking them up and come home and, doing that cycle, feeding them, getting them to bed, doing their homework. And no, it's not like that. And it hasn't been like that for anybody since the pandemic started. So it's been really, really difficult. Amy! Hey. So, all right. So here's, so this is a mom from Luzerne. Both these moms are from Luzerne County. So this is Abby. She's a young mom. Oh my gosh. This year, we're meeting so many young moms. I was almost 30 when I had my first son. I can't even imagine what a hot mess I would have been having a child in my early 20s. I was bad enough in my 30s. So my heart goes out to these young moms that lack the resources, lack a support system, are coming out of really bad relationships, and don't have good role models. Anyway, so Laura, we need to put together some kind of young moms club here, support these young moms. So, hey Eve. So, all All right, so anyway, this is a young mom. I forget, she probably said how old she was because I don't know how else I would know that. But her baby is young, 9 months. So she's had the baby at the beginning of the pandemic. God help her. Okay, so here is Abby's story. Again, she gave us permission to share her story. This is in her words. I'm literally reading it straight from her story. And sometimes I skip parts and just hit the really, the high notes. But everything about her story is just so compelling and so touching. I just felt like if I didn't share all of it, you wouldn't even get the whole essence of how life is for her and has been. All right, so she says, I love this part so much because it's so true for all of us. Well, for many of us, I should say. I'm nominating myself for this project because no one else knows the daily struggles I deal with. I don't like to ask for help because I feel like it's my job to be a good parent and provide for my son and myself. I'm a newer mom. I just had my son right before the shutdown. Overall, he's an amazing baby that brings so much joy to my life that I never had before, but being single, working, and having him all the time is definitely a struggle. Sometimes I wake up and my motivation lacks. Sometimes I wish I had more support. Sometimes I wish I had a mom myself to help guide me through all the struggles. But despite those struggles, I still wake up and do my daily duties as a mother every single day. 3 weeks after my son was born, my apartment at Harvey's Lake was infested with mold. Because of this, we had to abruptly move out and then throw so many of the things we owned away because the mold had ruined it. Brand new baby items, my personal things, furniture, you name it. I'm losing my line. After that happened and the pandemic going on, unfortunately, my relationship with my son's father totally suffered from all of these unfortunate events happening. After we broke up, I lived with my dad for a few months and was able to get a job in sales, making decent money. Then finally was able to afford my own small, tiny apartment. 2 months after I moved into my house, I was told until further notice I won't have any work due to COVID. Are you guys feeling this? Are you feeling it? Oh my gosh. Since I was working from home and managing my son at the same time, I tried to figure out something I can do from home, so I came up with the idea to start selling clothes of mine. I was actually able to live off doing that for a couple of months. I sold everything I owned that no longer fit due to the baby weight. Even sold some nice things I loved just to get by. I no longer have any clothes to sell, so I recently got hired at Target, but my start date isn't until December 9th. So that means no paycheck before Christmas. Luckily, I do have some money in savings, but there's bills and other necessities besides just presents. I don't have a big family, just a dad and a younger brother that works 7 days a week and can really help me with my son. At the end of the day, though, I always wanted to be a mom, and no matter how many struggles come with it, I wouldn't want my life any other way. Well, we want your life other ways, and so do you, I know that, but you wouldn't want to not have your child. So if I could ask for anything, it would be to not have the stress about how I'm going to make it another month of paying bills. All the necessities that me and my son need just to be comfortable and enjoying being a parent instead of stressing over it. Right? Right? All right, I'm looking at these comments. Oh my God, Laura, I didn't know you were that young. So, all right, so this is Abby. We adore her because if you can't get a sense of how amazingly special she is, get off my video then. So So we want to make sure that she gets presents just for her, and I'll reach out to her and make sure she's connected to some of the resources in the community too, because it sounds like maybe she's not. So, but that's the thing, right? Like, here's a mom who has a 9-month-old. Because her income has been cut, there are resources that, at least temporarily, she could get to help fill in some of those gaps. But when my son, my oldest son, Canaan, was about 2.5 when my ex-husband left, and left us nothing. I mean, a townhouse with all the bills, but no money. And I remember him saying, "We'll just go on welfare." And I didn't even know what welfare was. I come from a working family. I didn't know anybody that was getting any kind of assistance or even how to go about that. I had no clue. But I had taken Canaan to a daycare, because I was working in sales and working from home, and I didn't want him sitting in front of the TV all day. And so the daycare that I took him to, I told her, my situation, that I just wanted him there a couple days a week so I could work from home, and, my transition that was going on. And she referred me to what at the time was coordinated childcare, which is now ELRC. And it is a subsidy program to support working parents so that they can have discounted child care, which then makes it affordable to have child care so that you can work. I didn't know that was a thing, but because Heather told me about that, I was able to have Canaan there those couple days a week at such a fraction of what it would have been without that. And it was truly a lifesaver to learn about that. So often moms who work and have never been, I'll say, dead broke or come from a poverty situation, don't even know that there's resources that are potential bridges. So we want to connect them with those things so that it can give them that little extra leverage temporarily. All right. So, so that was Abby. The next mom is also from Luzerne County. This is Karen. Her story is shorter. And this is, anyway, I'll just read her story. All right, so Karen is a mom of 16-year-old twin boys. All right, I'm currently not working due to being positive for COVID. I've been a personal caretaker for 3 years. 3 weeks I have been suffering with all the terrible symptoms. I have twin boys, 16 years old, who really need winter coats and a few new clothing items. I also take care of my 80-year-old father, who recently was placed in a nursing home. Why? Because he had COVID. And so now he's in a nursing home with COVID, and they had to put in a PICC line. Life has been a struggle these last few months. I was also in a car accident, and now I do not have transportation. My boy's father has never helped at all in the entire 16 years. My mom passed away the day after Thanksgiving 3 years ago, and our family has fallen apart since then. I have always been independent, but this year has been terrible. I think there were two things that came out of these stories, besides the fact that, we single moms, we know the complexities of single mom life. And all these different dynamics that come into making life difficult sometimes. But one of the things that really caught me about Abby is how resourceful we have to be, how creative we get in our moments of desperation when we don't have these outside supports. And I don't say that makes it any easier, but I was really resourceful and creative when we were dead broke. So, like Abby's selling her clothes online, which thank God, we have all of these resources to do that. Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, and many others to be able to have those resources to then be home. So that resourcefulness, but sometimes you do run out of those resources. As she said, she's run out of clothes. So, and with Karen, one of the things that her story really reminded me of is the significance of mom and how important mom is in our family, in our lifeline, and how important she is to her boys, and also how important her mom was to the lifeline and supporting them. So mom is important. And we know, I think I said this a couple nights ago, we know that when we support mom, and I mean, I'm talking about as a community, when we support mom, especially these single moms doing it alone, we're helping uplift them. We're improving their overall health, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual. And as a result of that, they're better moms. They're better workers. They're better at taking care of themselves. And that is something that trickles down to her children, because then they see those habits and those ways of her living and how she sees herself and how she is being every day, and that helps them. It helps them be more resilient. It helps them learn the tools that they need. It teaches them how to be both resilient and resourceful. All of these things. So we need to support mom. So if you can make a donation to support some moms for Christmas gifts, we'll do the rest of the year. So again, we're $8,500 away from our $20,000 goal of gifting 200 moms. We have reached our goal for today, so we're starting over now for tomorrow, raising another $1,000 in our 12K in 12 days. We're down to day 9. What else do I need to say? I want to see the questions and comments here. Oh my gosh, Bethany, you're such a young mom. Yes, Amy, you are so right. It takes so much strength and courage. It really does. I was thinking about that earlier today, in thinking about the difference between strength and resilience, and how strength is really about us pulling ourselves back up and pushing through when things are hard and when we don't want to. And resilience is our ability to really, what our tolerance level is to deal with that adversity. And so, again, I was just thinking of words that, we use that are part of the Adopt a Single Mom initiative, part of the Dandelion virtues that we use to speak about the qualities of single moms. And it takes a lot of strength, inner strength. So, all right, you guys, thank you for watching. Thanks for sharing. Thank you for your contributions, both in nominating moms, nominating yourself, being here and just supporting us to help get the word out. And let's go gift 200 moms. Oh, I want to remember to tell you this. If you would like, because I didn't say this at all, if you would like to make a donation, the link is in the thread. You can also go to adoptasinglemom.org, click on Christmas 2020. It'll take you to our Christmas page where you can nominate a single mom from there. You can also make a donation from that page, and you can volunteer. If you would like to volunteer with us this year, we have As of today, we have three positions that you can help us get through the Christmas gift drive with. You can shop with us. We shop at Boscov's in both Scranton and Wilkes-Barre. We need people to deliver the gifts, and that could be in any of the 6 or 7 counties. I think we only have moms from 4 different counties right now, but that could change in the next 2 weeks. But you could choose where you want to deliver, meaning the specific area. And we need gift wrappers because Boscov's isn't wrapping this year. So we need people to gift wrap. And we have a location where we will gift wrap in a safe space. So if any of that you would like to give back and support us in some way, but maybe you can't make a financial donation or you don't even know a single mom, but you want to help anyway, those are 3 amazing ways that you could help us. But you do need to fill out, if you want to volunteer, you have to fill out the volunteer form and be willing to do all the things that we need you to do to be a volunteer, because we have a little bit of a system different than in the past, and that's going to save my sanity managing a lot of volunteers. So you have to be willing to do that. So anyway, all right, so awesome. Thank you guys. Have a great Saturday night, whatever it is that you're doing. And I will be back tomorrow. All right, good night.